Hello, New York Giants fans, and welcome to your Giants News Roundup for Wednesday, February 9th. I'm your host, Ed Valentine of Big Blue View. Please remember to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us on the Big Blue YouTube channel, or if you are listening to our podcast, please follow wherever you listen. We thank you for the support. So, as always, let's get to your Giants headlines for the day. Tuesday was a big day for the Giants as they reportedly hired Don Wink Martindale to be their defensive coordinator to replace Patrick Graham, who left to take the same job with the Las Vegas Raiders. Martindale had been reported to be the top choice for Brian Daboll ever since Daboll was named head coach of the Giants. And now that will come to pass as Martindale will take over that defense. Also looks like Martindale is going to bring some familiar names with him on his coaching staff. There were reports on Tuesday evening that Rob Ryan, five-time defensive coordinator, former head coach of the Buffalo Bills, would be joining the staff. Also, former NFL player and longtime defensive line coach Brian Cox was also said to be perhaps joining the Giants, coming with Martindale. Cox is kind of interesting because after a 10 or 11 year playing career and a 10-year coaching career, Cox has been out of the league since 2016. So this would be a return to coaching for him. Martindale could also be bringing with him Dean Wilkins, who was, I believe, outside linebackers coach for the Ravens, and his contract expired. He's now free to find whatever job he wants to find, and he could be coming to the Giants as well. So Brian Daboll's coaching staff is filling out at this point. We also found out on Tuesday via Zach Rosenblatt of NJ Advanced Media that longtime Giants special teams coach Tom Quinn is not expected to return in 2022. Quinn has actually been on the Giants staff going all the way back to 2006 when he was an assistant special teams coach under Tom Coughlin. So he's been with the Giants for a long, long time. But looks like his tenure, his time with the Giants is done. One more news item. There was a report from Mike Garafolo that the Giants were interviewing Adam Henry for their wide receiver coach position. That name should be familiar to Giants fans because Henry was the wide receivers coach for the Giants during Ben McAdoo's time as Giants head coach in 2016 and 2017. Looks like he could be returning to East Rutherford on Brian Daboll's staff as well. I did want to mention one thing about Wink Martindale. Obviously was very, very successful with the Baltimore Ravens his first three seasons statistically. Had a top 5 defense each of those first 3 seasons, I believe. The Ravens fell off in 2021 during an 8-9 season. Were more of a middle to bottom of the pack defense, injury plagued season. Lots of things went wrong in Baltimore in 2021 that probably were not a direct reflection on Martindale, although the Ravens, have decided to go in a different direction on defense. Martindale is a really, really good coach. I've seen a few things talking about Martindale's scheme, and it is something that we will study in depth at Big Blue View. Our Nick Filato will be taking a deep dive into the Wink Martindale defensive scheme. But one thing that I did want to say, I've seen some people say, oh, this is good because he runs the same scheme as Patrick Graham. And I don't think that's the case. You can say, well, Graham was a 3-4 defensive coordinator, and Martindale also runs a 3-4. And as far as that goes, yes, you would be correct. but Patrick Graham was by nature a conservative defensive coordinator. He was more of a back to front sort of keep everything in front of you, play more conservatively, play a lot of zone, rally to the football, try not to blitz a lot, kind of defensive coordinator. Wink Martindale is much different. Wink Martindale is a throw caution to the wind, blitz happy, aggressive, go make things happen, live by the blitz, die by the blitz defensive coordinator. So to say that the personnel you need to run Patrick Graham's system and the personnel you need to run Wink Martindale's system are the same is probably not correct. You're going to be asking a lot more of your cornerbacks, of your defensive backs in Martindale's system, because you're probably going to see situations, or more situations, where these guys are left out on an island, where they're asked to cover one-on-one, where they don't get much help, where instead of keeping everything in front of them, they're playing man on man. And so it's a different system in that sense. 3-4 at its base, yes, but with a much different philosophy in terms of how to disrupt the quarterback. So we'll see how all of that plays out. I think it's going to take the Giants some time here. I'm not expecting the Giants to turn things around immediately and go from 4 wins to 10 or 11 wins to suddenly be a championship contender. I think it's going to take the Giants some time here to get the pieces together on both offense and defense that they need. And but it's still an interesting time, kind of whirlwind of activity for the Giants that's continuing as they build this coaching staff. The addition of Martindale, a really key piece and a really good hire for the Giants. All right, Giants fans, that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.